That informal process of democracy that many live out every day through political parties and campaigns are part of what make up the machinery of democracy. And today, it's into those elaborate campaigns that shape so much of the public conversation about our candidates. Campaigns that play out on social media, as our RTD colleague Luca Powell explains.
Most recently, I've been working on a project looking at how the different congressional candidates in very competitive races in Virginia are using places and platforms like Facebook and Instagram to do last-minute pushes to voters. These are races that matter a lot to the country, but also to folks in Virginia who are watching candidates kind of change from being, over the past 10 years, being people who spoke about local issues like, the Navy in coastal Virginia, or issues in schools in Richmond, to people who are very focused on talking about national issues that are being now become the centerpiece of the conversation in Virginia. And also on how ads are being bought by big groups from Washington, D.C., so we call them PACs, and they're entirely unaccountable, but they're able to freewheelingly spend money on ads to either denigrate or prop up their candidate of choice. What's interesting about Facebook is that there's not really someone editing those ads, and they're also, the way that they're being shown to people is distinct from if you buy an ad on a channel on a TV show, for example. You can target people based on the show, but with Facebook ads, you can target people based on what they like, based on where they live, based on their age and their gender. So you're getting politicians that are able to show messages to people based off of what they think that population wants to see in a more specific way than they've ever seen before. And that's something that's been common in the last couple of election cycles, but here it is again, and I think it's our job to show how it's going down in 2022. We don't know what the payoff is for an ad or an impression, which is how they market ads to buyers, candidates who buy these ads. How many impressions can you get? Can you get 1,000? Can you get 5,000? And they're cheap too, so that's one of the points of the reasons why they're being bought as opposed to a TV ad, is because for $300 I can show 1,000 people in my district this ad accusing my opponent of being a congressional profiteer, and that's occurred in the past 2 months. That's occurred in coastal Virginia, so that's a pretty cheap buy. So maybe you look at that and you say, look, for $500 I can spread this idea. Maybe it doesn't land, but it now becomes part of the conversation and among my constituents. I think that is a meaningful investment from the campaign point of view. So we're seeing that for sure in terms of like a sort of tactical ad placement and tactical ad buying.